Everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review. And today's review is in association with MarvelousNews.com, your #1 news source for everything Marvel. And for today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the new release Marvel Legends Spider-Man 6-inch Hobgoblin figure. This figure is part of the Space Venom Build-A-Figure wave, which is now hitting overseas and should start hitting here in the United States by next month, July. Now the figure comes packaged in the same style of packaging we've been seeing with all the Marvel Legends. You've got the Build-A-Figure logo up at the very top, then you've got the Legends series logo. The figure's clearly displayed in the window box packaging. You've got the Spider-Man logo down below, and then this figure is listed as evil adversaries. On one side you have an image of Electro, and the other side you have an image of Hobgoblin, and then on the back you have an image of both of the figures, a brief bio in multiple languages, and then down below a look at all the figures you'll need to get in order to complete the Build-A-Figure Space Venom figure. Okay, so let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figure outside the packaging along with the other contents. So first of all, we get the Space Venom head for the Build-A-Figure piece, and we'll be taking a look at the Space Venom figure once we've opened all the other figures in this wave and assembled all the parts. So be sure to check back for that. Next, we get a translucent plastic pumpkin bomb, and you've got a little face sculpted in it, and it's done with yellow translucent plastic, and you've got the flames on it. So pretty nice detailing for this little pumpkin bomb. You can set it in either hand. You can basically just set it in there. It'll fit kind of loosely in the hand. You can also kind of do the flame portion and kind of do it between his fingers, so it'll hold it a little more securely. There's no peg or anything to plug into the hand, so that's, you know, the best way to get him to hold it securely is to kind of do the flame in between his fingers. It comes with a goblin glider, and this is done with just a gray color. There's not really much in the way of paint applications on this. You've got some sculpting with the little face, goblin face on the front, but the eyes aren't colored in or anything. And again, this is all just one solid color. You've got the jet on the back, and you've got some line work sculpted. It is a little bit on the small side, so compared to like other goblin gliders that we've gotten over the years, it is definitely a little bit on the smaller side. You know, these are just a couple I dug out that I've gotten over the years. So definitely one of the smaller goblin gliders that we've gotten. And then if you want him to ride the glider, you just kind of put his feet through these little clips, and with the pointy toes, you know, he'll hold on to it pretty decently. Now again, seems like a little bit small for the size of the figure, but I don't know, what do you think? And then finally we get two different head sculpts with this figure. So the one that you get when you take it out of the packaging, the one that's attached to the figure, is the regular Hobgoblin head, and then we get a Demo Goblin type head with the tongue sticking out. So, you know, switching it out is pretty easy. You just pop off the one head, it's attached with the ball joint. Now you've got the cape, which is a separate piece, and then you've got this satchel, which is also a separate piece. So when you pop the head off, you can take those off if you wanted to, and then to put on the head that you want, you just pop it in, and it fits pretty tightly there, and I think looks pretty good. The Goblin head I think looks good. He's also got the tattered cape and everything, which kind of matches the Demo Goblin. There's a comparison with the old Toy Biz Demo Goblin figure, and that one definitely looks more demonic than this new figure. I like the Demo Goblin head on this new figure, but definitely if you wanted that more demonic look, I think the Toy Biz one wins. So for the figure itself, I think Hasbro's done a nice job of capturing the look of the Hobgoblin with this figure. It's a nice modern update. Now I won't swear to it, but I do think this is a new sculpt. It originally I thought maybe it was a reuse of the Grim Reaper mold, but it's not. The figure does have a hole on the back, but again, it's not the Grim Reaper and it's not the Bucky Cap mold, so like I said, I won't swear to it, but I haven't been able to match it up with any other figures. If you recognize any parts, let me know, but again, it seems like it's a new sculpt. So I like the detailing with the sculpting of the chainmail and the arms and the legs. I think they've done a nice job with that. I like the face sculpt. I think they've done nice with that, with the red eyes, and then he's got the grinning teeth. I like the way they've sculpted the actual hood. And I actually like this maybe a little bit better than the old Toy Biz one. The Toy Biz one was definitely a nice Hobgoblin figure as well, so it's hard to beat this Toy Biz one, but I do kind of like the face sculpt a little better with the not quite so orange skin. He's got more of a pale zombie-ish looking skin on this Hasbro version. So I do kind of like it a little bit better than the old Toy Biz one. As I mentioned, the cape is a separate piece, and you've got the tatteredness down here at the bottom, and I like the wrinkles on the gloves and the boots and everything. And you've got, you know, again, tatteredness on the boots, so I like that. And he's got the toes that stick up. So again, overall, I think they've done a nice job of capturing the likeness of the Hobgoblin. He's got this little pouch with the buckle, and again, you can take this off if you want to. If you pop the head off, you can pull that off if you want to. Notice the color of orange on the hood and the cape are a little bit darker than the orange on the rest of the figure. So this figure stands about 6.5 inches tall. Here he is next to the old Toy Biz Hobgoblin, and the Toy Biz one is actually bigger than the Hasbro one. And here he is next to some other Spider-Man and Spider-Man villains. So we've got the Hasbro Jack-o'-lantern, the pizza-eating Spider-Man, the new Venom from Hasbro, and then the Toy Biz Green Goblin. So articulation is pretty good on this figure. You can turn the head to the left and to the right, and he's got some down movement. It's on a ball hinge joint, but the cape does limit the movement somewhat, so he can look down a little bit and he can look up a little bit as well. Arms are tapped with your standard ball hinge joint at the shoulder, so he can get his arm out good, and he's got good rotation. You get that clicky noise when you rotate the arm. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got a double jointed elbow. Now he does suffer a little bit from that gummy joint syndrome with the elbows. He's got swivels at the wrist. He's got hinges on the hands, so he's got up and down movement with the hands. He's got an ab crunch joint, so he can crunch down a little bit, and he can look back pretty good at the ab. He's got a waist swivel. Legs are attached with ball joints, so you can do the splits about that much. You can get the leg forward good. You can do the leg back about that much. You've got a thigh swivel. You've got a double jointed knee, so good bending at the knee. Then you have a boot cuff swivel. You have hinges on the feet, so good up and down movement with the feet. And then he does have ankle pivot and 2 peg holes on the bottom of his feet. That's my review. Overall, I like this figure. I like the head sculpt, the regular head sculpt on this figure. I think it's a nice update to the old Toy Biz figure. I like the Demo Goblin head. I just think the overall figure is not quite demonic enough looking. I think the old Toy Biz figure captures that look much better, the Demo Goblin figure. And maybe this isn't really supposed to be Demo Goblin as I remember it from the Inferno storyline. Maybe he's had other incarnations where he's got the tongue sticking out, but when I see that, that's what I think of as Demo Goblin from the Inferno storyline. But still, really, overall, I'd say this is a really nice figure, and my only real complaint with it is I do think the glider that comes with it is a little bit on the small side. So as I mentioned before, this figure, along with the rest of the wave, is starting to hit overseas. It's not yet here in the United States. They haven't started hitting shelves here in the United States. I do expect them to start being released early next month in July, so it shouldn't be that much longer. We'll have a full gallery of images up at marvelousnews.com. There'll be a link in the description below. As always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. Also, if you haven't already, please follow me on my Facebook and or Twitter pages. I'll have links to those in the video description as well. And until next time, I'll catch you later.